Good evening. This is Dr. Troy Fullerton with Bilingual Barrier Busters, and I want to talk tonight a little bit about why it seems like across the Spanish-speaking world there are so many different terms for a lot of common things, particularly food items, possibly animals as well, and plants and geographical features. Let's think about this for a little bit. Spanish is spoken in 9 South American countries. In between Central America and the Caribbean, there are 10 Spanish-speaking countries. Of course, over across the ocean, there's Spain, there's Equatorial Guinea. Spanish is spoken over a huge geographical area. In any particular geographical area, there are different plants, different animals, different growing conditions, different climates. When the Spaniards came, there were already people living in these areas, and the Spaniards, when they came, got to see plants, animals, food items, things that they possibly had no word for, had never seen before, or if there ever was a word for it, it wasn't accessible to them. And so many times what happened is wherever they went and they brought the Spanish language with them, that language was imposed over people who already spoke another language. And if there wasn't a good, readily available word for whatever they're talking about in that particular area, they would oftentimes just borrow the indigenous word. So it reminds me, for example, of the Spanish word for opossum. What's an opossum to somebody who's never seen one before? Well, Mexicans came up with the word tlacuache for an opossum. However, when I was in El Salvador, they didn't call them tlacuaches. They called them tacuacin. So I did some looking and I found out that that Nahuatl word for that particular animal was tacuacin. They just took it right from the indigenous language that was available to them at the time and made it a Spanish word. There are a lot of Spanish words that work like that. There's always going to be an influence from whatever language is already there. Then on top of that, we have regional slang, neologisms, words that are newly coined that crop up all the time. Rather than fight it or get frustrated about it, it's fun to just look at it and consider it a cool part of the language, something you can enjoy. And so, like I say, why fight it? It's there anyhow. But Spanish being spoken over such a broad geographical area, that is going to be a challenge if you speak to people from different areas. Get used to it.